grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down. Right at the 20.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And who got?
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, it's Carson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun, and finding the tight end Wilson. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, wahoo!
A shotgun snap for gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Third and long. It's gone. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the toss, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And this one's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
14. 14. 25. Super. 25.
From the gun, here's Gone. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
120. 4 down.
Out of the gun. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
58 Mike.
From the 29, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Looking for Woods that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Seattle.
Check 315.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Here's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he finds Penny. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. This is Carson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
49 to Mike. Watch 42.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. 81 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check, move the team. Check, check. Walk right left, right left. You get blocked me.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. That catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams in Week 5. My goodness, that was incredible. In fact, the advanced metrics called it the most improbable catch in the NFL in the last 2 years. And if for some reason you missed it, look it up. Pretty impressive. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down now, it's Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Go.
Now gone. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Wilson to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. From the gun, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. He's got daylight. 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flushed out right. And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Gurley again here on first down. And some space here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. 2 for 1. Hey, orbit. 49.
From the 50, it's gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
5. Hey, Delta.
Here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Lockett. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They run for it with Carson. Past the 20. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 47 yards, as they have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Alpha.
Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
49.
Hey, Echo. Let's set a tone.
Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Mike 58 right there. Get that quarterback, Nino. Get that quarterback.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Mike, 90. 58 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Do. Tight go. Slam.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Again, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson going for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They run again with Carson, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good win.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
On first down, Carson. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check nickel.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team once more. This from 44 yards out, left hash. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Ziggy Ansah getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
What? 380. Mike 58 right there. All day, every day, any day.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
No game on this defense, no game.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.